Hi, Taiwan.
Hi, Taiwan.
It's time.
You guys cheated, right?
No. See,
We cheated.
No, I hate
we
that.
Cheated the
no,
tests.
stop saying that word because it becomes. You say one word and it becomes like a soundbite and
I
it becomes
know.
clickbait titles.
I know.
We didn't cheat.
Here's the situation. So I was cast as Iron Fist, and
That's the end of the story.
and that's the story.
No, so we were friends before. He had told me he was cast as Iron Fist. I congratulated him. And then they called me to go and screen test with him in LA. And so the night before the audition, I went over to his and we ran the scene and for like
we
an
spoke about the
hour,
characters,
hour and a half.
and we just did some work. We did some work. We did some preparation together, and then
And then we
the
went
next
to the audition
day,
and we pretended like we hadn't.
yeah, and we nailed it. But I don't think. But I don't think. I think that's to do with the fact that we knew each other beforehand. Was the chemistry's already there, which I think is really good. But also, you're a really great actress, and I think that has a lot to do with why you got the role.
I am. Fighting him with the katana?
Yes.
Did I fight you with the katana?
Oh, I think there was that moment. I know.
We're training.
In the dojo.
In the dojo. Oh yeah, there's that moment
Where we're showing
we're
off.
flirting with our weapons.
It's dangerous in terms of there are a couple moments. There are certainly times on set when you're in danger, but we had a really good stunt team, and Brett Chan is all about safety, and so I never felt particularly at risk.
No, you always feel very safe on set.
Let's go. You don't belong here.
I'm Danny Rand. Guys, I just want to talk.
Welcome to Rand Enterprises.
You seem to be the lucky one. You don't have to fight.
Right. Acting only.
So
Acting
you
only.
don't need to do the physical training at all?
No, other than on my own on the side. But no, they knew, because David obviously was in the 300. And they knew that when they were hiring him, they were hiring a physical specimen, really.
Yeah.
And they want to be able to use all of his talents.
That's
and
right.
They made sure to do that.
Danny Rand, back from the dead. Why's he waited this long to show up? How the hell did he learn martial arts?
Where'd you train?
Kunlun. I normally watch my diet anyhow, because otherwise I get very fat. Yes.
You need me.
And they have multiple versions of the weapons, so you have
Yeah, so it's
the one which you fight with, and then you have the one which looks good and is metal.
Safer.
And just the two different ones. These exercises are about trying to teach you how to perform in the real world.
I mean, I personally love doing like that kind of thing and learning choreography, so there was a little bit, but mainly just sort of how to avoid getting hit. Like which way to dodge when I needed to dodge. It was just a massive scene. It was exciting. We had cameras above, from the sides, we shot that same scene, which is a long scene, for days. So it was one of the biggest fight scenes I've ever been a part of.
We all know Marvel project is secretive, but how secretive was it?
On a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the most extremely secretive.
I mean, yeah, I think even at this point, I'm only listed as being on like one episode of the show. I don't even know if they're like, yeah.
Yeah, it's easier to just not talk about it.
Yeah, we
Kinda
don't.
just put it out of your head.
Yeah. You have to log into a certain thing to be able to read. There's no handed out scripts. It's a very, very secretive, important show.
But fantastic organization. Secretive, but fantastic. And very entertaining.
Ward? Joy?
I mean, I think just taking it as a bit by bit, knowing what your character needs and is doing, and reacting with your scene partners. I mean, these guys are such pros, so that's why I think it's fun to be working with them, because you can just listen and play.
For me, it was working with these two, The three of us got along really well, and the days that we were all on set together were my favorite days.
Yeah, I agree. I second that. Yeah, the family scenes. Yeah, it was fantastic. It was good because they're very well written. So that as an actor, they were a lot of fun to actually do.
And the sets were ginormous. Really well done sets.
There's no failure in meditation. That's the number one rule. No, that's the number one rule. There's no failure in meditation. You just have to be present in the moment. And if you have bad thoughts coming to your head, you just acknowledge them, you respect them, and you let them just float on by, and you try and get back to your peace. There's no failure in meditation.
And you spoke some Mandarin in the series. Did you know what you're talking about?
Yeah. Actually, me and my dialect coach. Amazingly, my dialect coach spent a lot of time in China, and so he was very proficient in Mandarin when he came to when he was teaching me the language. And really, it was tough. It's really difficult to act in another language, especially a language like that, because you've got all the rising tones and the falling tones. It's very difficult.
Did you teach him any?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Did I teach you anything? I probably would have just taught you swear words, if anything.
I didn't know you spoke.
Just bad Mandarin, like proper fisherman's like swear
Right.
words. No, I mean for me on the show, my character speaks Mandarin very poorly, so it was fine. Really, the only thing which I needed to be proficient in was Japanese, and I mean, I'm sure that it's not tone perfect, but
We tried our best.
We tried our best.
This city is no place for Danny Rand.
In terms of just the Defenders, it has a different look, it has a different feel. It obviously has a completely different protagonist and antagonist, different characters in it. It has a completely different feel, but yet it feels completely part of the whole Marvel Defenders universe. So you can watch it without having watched the others, and if you have seen the other 3 previous ones, it'll make it possibly even more special.
This is my destiny.
Hi, Taiwan.
Hey, Taiwan! Watch Iron Fist on Netflix. We're coming at you.
Can you finally say hi to Taiwan? Recommend the series to the audience.
Hi Taiwan.
Hi, Taiwan.
We recommend the series to you guys. it's really
Watch
fun.
Iron Fist, March 17th.
March 17th. Jess's mum's birthday.
My birthday. My mum's birthday, St. Patrick's Day. It's gonna be magical.
I am the Iron Fist.
The hell does that mean?